have Stacy kick things off.
All right, guys. Well, I just want to welcome you to our List Reports class. This has been something that I've been asked to do a few times. We've done this in the past, and we did it more of an in-person. But again, that was about a year or so ago, and so we are now, ready to do a new one. They've rolled out a bunch of new tools inside List Reports. And I know a lot of you start using it, and it's pretty user-friendly, but we wanted to kind of show you like the ins and the outs on how to make stuff work in here. You guys all know me. I'm Stacey Neal with Wallick Volk Mortgage, but you might not know Sarah Barnes. Sarah is my marketing coordinator. She is marketing extraordinaire. She does everything social media and also just kind of masters a lot of our tools so that she can help you, the agent, with all of your with your requests and what you need. So take it away, Sarah.
Awesome. I always tell Stacy that I'm like, can you just announce me before I walk into any room? Because she's just like, if you guys don't know, she's like my best friend of literal 20 years, the best hype woman. And I'm like so lucky I get to do business with her. So thank you, Stacy. Okay, you guys, let's go ahead and dive in. So I always like to kind of start things off. I always forget I have to click here. There we go. I always like to start things off with just sharing a little bit about me. I am a licensed mortgage advisor. It's just not my focus on our team. I'm a dog shelter volunteer. The gym is my happy place. And I've been with Wallick Volk for over 5 years now with marketing as my focus. I am here, as Stacy mentioned, to help grow your business. And I am passionate about providing clarity and ease in marketing. So what is List Reports? So List Reports is a free automated tool that Stacy pays for realtors to have access to. You give the address and some information about the home, and it does the work for you, which is amazing. Seamlessly links a variety of professional looking marketing materials housed in one place and built-in lead capture. So why use List Reports? Okay, you guys, so according to NAR, the average real estate agent is 56 years old. And what do you think the median age of first-time home buyers are? 32, aka millennials. So insert the screens, right? Millennials. I feel like that's like a curse word these days. I am an elder millennial, but that is the truth, you guys. That's the average age of a first-time home buyer. So what have we found that millennials want? We know that they want instant gratification, right? They want technology, they want ease, they want texting. Basically, they want everything now and at their fingertips. NAR also tells us that 51% of buyers find their home online versus 28% found their home through a real estate agent. So you guys, bottom line, even if a client is working with you, I guarantee you that they go home and they hop on their phone or they hop on their computer and they are doing their own home searches. So my main reason for, recommending List Reports to you guys is that List Reports helps you deliver information about your listing in a professional, quick, and technology-focused way. So what's included? And we're going to hit all of these, you guys. The daily List Report email, shareables, listing-specific shareables, list packs, marketing kit. So the marketing kit is the meat and the potatoes. That is the biggest thing I want to spend my time on with you guys. I'm going to just keep checking the chat to make sure here. I watched my client look for homes online right in front of my face. Oh my gosh. You're like, now wait a minute. I've set you up on a portal. I'm your realtor. Just do like a little hand clap. You're like, no, don't, not today. That's really funny. So like I said, the marketing kit, you guys, is the meat and potatoes. I am going to address that first. And I'm going to show you like a live demo of how to create a marketing kit, right? And then from there, my hope is that it generates while I share the rest of the information with you, so that then I can go in and teach you how to edit and stuff like that. One more time, that's so true. We all know it happens. Yeah, it's not a secret, right? We know that they're doing it. This is just another way to kind of help corral your clients. So it's no secret they're shopping online in addition to utilizing your services too. So let's go over these. Like I said, I want to start off with the marketing kit. So the List Reports marketing kit creates beautiful digital printable material delivered straight to your inbox. And Stacy pays for an elite membership so that her business partners have access to all the features that ListReports has to offer. So if you were to pair with another lender that is not paying for an elite membership, you will not get 100% access to anything. So Stacy does that for her partners. And just so you know, you guys, like I do not endorse every single tool that is out there by any means. Stacy can attest to that. I will be the first person to speak up if I'm like, hey, Stacy, I don't think this is worth your money. And the same thing for our business partners, but I truly believe in ListReports. It's one of my favorite tools. We get constant positive feedback from our agents and from our clients regarding how the information is delivered. So each marketing kit has over 25 assets. I'm just going to kind of throw these up here and we can talk about them, but open house flyers, promotional flyers, infographics, there's actually 4. So schools, restaurants, area amenities, and outdoor activities, property reports, pre-listing presentations, text to lead codes, single property websites, reusable sign writer templates, postcard templates, and just sold single properties. So I know single property websites. So I know that's a lot of information. Once I've created the kit, it's all things that I can show you guys. So before we do a live demo, just a few things about creating a marketing kit. So if the listing is already active, ListReports is smart enough to grab the information from the MLS, which is beautiful, makes your life so much easier. And after verifying the information and selecting your photos, this type of report, it really doesn't take long to generate, and that's what I plan on doing with you today. If the listing is not yet on MLS, so you want to do like a coming soon presentation, you can still create a report, and this takes about an hour to generate Monday through Friday, 9 to 5. So just a heads up, on the weekends, if you need a last minute, marketing kit, if it's already active on the MLS, no problem, you can do that. But if you're doing like a coming soon or it's about to hit the market, you do need to be prepared to do that Monday through Friday, 9 to 5, because actually someone at ListReports is helping you generate that report. Okay, guys, so let's go create a marketing kit together on ListReports. And it is loading here, give me 1 minute. There we go. Okay, can you see my screen? Nope, let's try this screen. Always does this to me. How about now? No? Okay, 1 moment, guys. I keep looking at Stacy. I'm like, Stacy, no? Here we go, hold on.
You could just move your PowerPoint, maybe.
I did, give me 1 sec. I think I'm gonna do the new.
There you go.
Wait. I just moved it. Are we good? No. See, you guys, Zoom's over here trying to make me look like a fool. I told Stacy, I'm like, I'm going to be bouncing back and forth. So I need your feedback. I need your feedback. Okay, you guys, sorry about that.
I'll just tell you, girl.
I appreciate it. I have to bounce between, I want to do live demos versus the PowerPoints for you guys. So thank you for being patient. Appreciate you guys. Okay, so when you log into ListReports, this is what you're going to see or something similar. Obviously, we have the lender side of things. So there actually are some things that I won't be able to show you on the realtor side, just as a heads up. But they have a wonderful, wonderful customer service department that if you needed help with something, I am happy to be the middleman if I don't know the answer. So just say that right off the bat. So when you log into ListReports, the first thing that you're going to do is you're going to go to New Marketing Kit. Whether it is on the MLS already or whether you are creating a coming soon, this is where you will start. I went ahead and just picked an address that I found that is active on the MLS. My apologies for the typing sounds here, but I'm just going to go ahead and type in the address here. Active listing, Stacy's your loan officer. And then I already told Lisa, I don't even know if she's on the call, but I already told Lisa I was going to be using her face today. So Lisa Rivera with Bliss. Now you're going to just drop down, and honestly, you guys, you're just following each of the sections, and it doesn't take long, especially when you get really fast at this. So you're going to have already, put in your headshot, your contact information. So on your end, it's going to be very simple to just select Stacy as the loan originator. Now I did select this property for a specific reason. So even though this is active on the MLS, you can see that there's some things missing, which usually means that the agent didn't put it in on their side of things, or that there was some sort of, communication issue. So I always just recommend check every single detail. So it is in fact a 3-bedroom, 3-bathroom. It is a single story, and property type is a single family detached. then this is where you would, now if it's already on the MLS, if it's already active, it's going to pull in the property description that you used on the MLS. Feel free to tweak it and everything. If it's a coming soon, this is one of the things that you would have to spend a little bit of time on to do a property description. Same thing, I've had agents that are kind of like, hey, Sarah, I'm kind of confused on how to do a list report. You know, can you help me with it? I'm like, yes, absolutely. This is one of the things I would need from you guys just because I don't know the house like you guys do. So you can enter your property description here, and then we're just gonna drop down. I wanna show you that this is not necessary, but it is an option. Additional agent info. If you wanted to add in a bio about yourself, if you have a YouTube link, a testimonial quote from one of your so that if some stranger that doesn't know you can like read a review about you. Okay, so here is where we would pick our photos. Now the MLS says that we have found 37 photos. And what's really nice about it is they're already in there. So your hero image you can see is going to be the main picture on your flyer. So you typically want to make that like the front of the house. And then you have 2 other photos. So image number 2 will show up here. Image number 3 will show up here. So I'm going to go ahead and just hit select and let's pick our hero image. And it pulls up all the photos that the MLS has. I do address this later on, but I just want to say it while I'm talking about photos. Let's say that you want to create a coming soon flyer, but you haven't had professional photos done yet. One thing that you can do is whatever photos you do have, you could create a marketing kit and you can upload your own pictures and use those. And then let's say during that time frame, 3 days later, your professional photos came back. All you need to do is then go in and edit your marketing kit, which just generates in a couple of minutes, and it'll pull in the new photos from the MLS. So it's really nice that you can, that you can do that. It's a simple edit instead of waiting for a whole new report to generate. I'm going to select the front of the house as my hero image. So I'm going to hit save. And then as image number 2, let's scroll through and I think maybe let's do the kitchen. The kitchen is really cute, actually. Let's just do a nice that of the kitchen. And then we'll select our 3rd image. If I am creating this on someone, on someone's behalf, I kind of dance between either like the master bedroom or the backyard. So let's just do a picture of the backyard. You can also select more photos. I tend to leave it to just these 3, but that's just a personal preference as far as visuals on the materials. From here, customize your marketing material. So this is something that I really love. I've left our default as this one. You can actually, on ListReports, it'll show you like the different, in like the frequently asked questions, it'll show you the different themes. But let's say that you work for Remax. They have some that are already built in, which is really nice. Coldwell Banker, some of the major ones. But if you're not associated with like a major brokerage that's built in, just know that they have so many other options, you guys. They all look really nice. And you can save it so that it defaults to the same one if you find one that you really like. Custom promotional text. So this is where you could put in here like, don't miss this one, something that you want to just catch people's attention. Maybe you want to say something like, gorgeous, I don't know this about this house, but gorgeous golf course, right? Then if you have open house information that you want to share on the flyer, you can also do that. So let's just say that I have an open house tomorrow from 4 to 6 p.m. You can also add another date. So if you have multiple open house plans, you can put them on one flyer. The co-marketing is just saying that it's going to be co-branded with Stacy, and then special instructions. This is if you are creating, a flyer that, a marketing kit that has not already hit the MLS. I really wouldn't worry about this. I haven't personally put anything there. So it's easy as that, you guys. And like I said, I kind of slowed it down. Then it tells you, great news, this report can be expedited because of the following. So basically, because your profile is already set up with pictures, you selected at least 3 photos in the photo picker and that they found it on the MLS. So I'm going to go ahead and hit expedite, which is really nice, and it'll tell you congratulations. So like I said, I kind of slowed it down, you guys, but once you get used to this, especially if you have like your property description already ready to go, I personally feel like that's the biggest thing if it's not already on the MLS. So just have that ready to go. Then if you come back to your, just like where your marketing kits show over here, you're going to see that now this is being processed. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bounce back over to my PowerPoint. I want to give that a moment to generate. I'm going to bounce back. Oh, let me check the chat here. One moment, guys. So if someone does a report for an open house and the house is listed by someone else, do they need to input photos and description that's already on the MLS? And I associate it with Lisa. So yeah, if you are an agent that you are sitting in a house for someone else, you can make the flyers your own. You can put your own face on it and everything. Anything that is associated with the MLS will import. So let's say that you pull that over and you read the property description and you're like, man, I would not describe the house like this at all. You can retype the property description if you want. You can also verify the information. Maybe they accidentally had the bathrooms incorrect. You can go in and adjust it before you submit the marketing kit. So great question, Stace. Okay, so as you guys can see, this is already generated. So I was going to bounce back to my PowerPoint and everything. Let me just pop in right now and let's just, let me show you here. Oh, let me see. I've done this. It asks you if you have permission from the listing agent to check and submit it. Perfect, Nicole. Thank you for sharing that. Again, you guys, I am on the lender side of things. So it is tough. I don't see everything that you guys see. So I really appreciate that feedback, Nicole. Thank you so much for sharing that. So let's pop in. All I hit is view. So it generated that quickly, you guys, which I love. I love that ListReports is that fast. Right off the bat, I have a few things I want to share with you. So I can see when it's requested, who requested it, text to lead code. When you guys sign up for ListReports under Stacy, that is one of the first things I want you to do. Go put in your headshot, go put in your contact information, your logo, and then set a text lead code. This is something that we will talk about later on, but this is a customized code that if people text Lisa List, and the number is going to be on all of your promotional stuff, I'll show you where it's at. If anyone texts Lisa List, I'm going to show you what the client gets on their end. It is a beautiful, beautiful thing. It's customized to you. Highly recommend you do that immediately. So we can see all of the digital items associated with now this listing that we have. Property website, if it was recently sold and you kind of want to brag about just sold in under 2 days, you could do that. Property website, open house flyer, promotional flyer, infographics. So let's just kind of open these. Is so sleek, and it is really easy to share on your social media. So let me get your beautiful faces shrunk down so I can see what I'm clicking on over here. Okay, so this is what I love. So this is what it'll show on like your social media, if you blocked out in emails, anything like that. So about the home, it gives them a price, it gives them a quick rundown, and then along with your property description. Then they can click over to photo gallery, which is going to show them not only the ones that you selected, it's going to show all of the MLS ones, in addition to their infographics, which is more information about the area. So I will kind of slide over here and you can see all the photos. So your clients will be able to click through. So really fast, I want to show you the infographics that are associated with it. So this is your area report. So it kind of shows them like, okay, medical attention, coffee shop, gym, like what's around here. And it's a quick look, which I really, really like. The great outdoors. So it shows them like, this is like a pocket park for pups, Oasis Park, Top Golf. And then it'll also give them almost like a little like Yelp food report, which I really love. Kind of gives them a breakdown just so they can get more familiar with the area. And then lastly, it's going to share with them about the schools in the area, which I think is a big one for families. And right off the bat, something else I will show you guys, but these are actually removable. So let's say that these ratings aren't super awesome or you don't feel like they're contributing, you could remove these ratings altogether. So explore the area, it's just going to specifically give them those infographics. Financing info. So if they wanted to mess with like a payment calculator on their own, I personally would say steer clear of this, direct them to speak with a licensed mortgage advisor, such as idea. And they also have an option to contact Stacy right here. Meet your agent. So again, this is where you would want to put in a little bit about you. They can actually contact you right through here. So if they found you on Facebook, for example, and they're clicking around and they're like, you know what, okay, I do love this property, I want to chat with Lisa, they can put in their name and then it'll lead capture for you right in your home, like your home base on ListReports, which I love. And then if they want to, they can also click on Meet Your Loan Officer so that they could get to know a little bit about Stacy. So for Stacy, I've put in there her little bio, a testimonial for her, which I highly recommend you guys do. It just helps your future clients get to know you a little bit better. Okay, so from here, you guys, you can literally click share. You can email to someone, email to yourself, you can tweet, and then you can also link your Facebook up so that from right there, you can share it to your sphere of influence, which I absolutely love. So that's your property website. That is my personal favorite. I'm not going to click through all these. That would take forever. I'll let you guys do that. I'm going to just point out some of the ones that I know get used the most. Open house flyer gets viewed or gets downloaded and used a lot. A lot of these are going to look somewhat similar. Just it depends on the information that you want to promote. So this, again, it has the open house, it has the time, it has the short code Lisa List to this specific phone number. So if they text Lisa List to this phone number, they can get information about the house. And again, if you guys don't like these colors, you can always change them, just pointing that out. And then no matter what, it's always going to be co-branded with you. So it's constantly promoting your face, which is another thing that I love. So that's the open house flyer. If you only wanted to share the infographics, you could print those out. It does have an open house sign-in sheet for you, property report, postcards, sign writers. Drop in the chat if there's something specific you want to view, but I will go ahead and just kind of keep clicking around. So promotional flyer and promotional flyer without the price is another one that I see get used a lot. Like if you just want to kind of create some curiosity, but you're not interested in sharing the home price with them, you can actually download this flyer, and these are all printable. So you could leave it off. This is that promotional text that I had entered, gorgeous golf course, you know, anything like that. And you can see that it does not have the price on this, so that they would have to reach out to you in order to get that. And again, co-branded. Print the open house flyer. I didn't pass out the neighborhood ahead of time. Everyone's aware of it, but do you want to talk about the 10-10-20 strategy?
Sure. So the open house flyers that Sarah just showed, either with price or without price, there's strategies around both. The neighbors are, you know, they're the ones that are going to probably come to your open house, want to check out the property. They're going to be really curious about that list price, number one, for their own equity, but also just that nosy neighbor mentality that goes around. They might know someone that's looking in the area. The 10-10-20 is 10 homes to the left, 10 homes to the right, and 20 across the street. Make sure you at least hit that. I know if you're going to do like a mega open, which is like you've got a food truck, you've got an event around your open house, you can invite the neighbors to that. You could also, you know, put something else, more statistics, if you wanted to attach MLS statistics or what sold in the area, or generate a, you know, like a coming soon list for those neighbors. You can kind of include all of that and pass it out. I know a lot of agents that do this, and they have a lot of people come to their open house with this strategy.
Awesome. Thank you so much for sharing, Stace. I appreciate that. And you can see on the left-hand side, no matter what you guys are looking at as far as materials go, you can download over here, you can edit, copy the link, share. You could even order, like if you wanted to order prints through them. Obviously, we have other avenues as far as you guys could just run to FedEx if you really needed to, but that is an option that they made. So yeah, as you guys can see, there is a ton of materials over here. You have a coming soon, just listed, in escrow. So if you wanted to really kind of, you know, blast and kind of brag about stuff, this is a great way to do it. Also, your listing presentation. So I especially have a lot of new agents that utilize the pre-listing presentation. So I can kind of show that to you guys while I check the chat here. Can you talk about, that's in my PowerPoint, Steve. She wants me to talk about like a paper list, and it's called a Going Green, and we will definitely talk about that. Okay, so if you wanted to utilize a presentation, you could utilize this. It obviously is just giving you a sample. You would pop in and you would select all the photos and everything, but this is just kind of giving you an idea if you wanted to use a presentation, a summary with the property description about the house, and then just a general about the area, that it's super convenient. It talks about the schools, the great outdoors. So again, you guys, this is something that I have a lot of newer agents utilize, or someone that is trying to basically obtain, they get like a FSBOs list. This way you don't spend a ton of time, but you can create a quick presentation, start making some phone calls. I've even had agents where they pop on and do a Zoom and share the pre-listing presentation to try and earn business. So that's always an option as well. I know because I sent the link out, there are multiple Stacy's on here. Please say hi so we know who's on. Sarah, can you show the property social media flyers? The property social media flyers. Are you talking about how sorry, Stacy, I might need you to elaborate on that one.
Oh, I didn't even realize I was off mute anyway. Hi. Yeah. So, maybe we just haven't gotten to that yet, but there are some that are, cut to size for social media. And then we usually like to share the ones that do not have the address printed. So I was wondering if you could share those too.
So I think you're talking about like the shareables,
Yeah.
the social media content through ListReports. Yep, that's part of my presentation. I will get to that for sure. And
Okay.
then as far as the promotional flyer without the price, that's the one that I showed that leaves the price out, you guys. And yeah, so Stacy mentioned that is her preference.
So the one
That's her
without the address for social media only, not, of course, not for, for the neighborhood, but yeah, well, I guess we'll get to that in a bit.
Okay, yeah. If you guys, so Stacey, you might know something that I don't about leaving off the address. So when we get to edit, you might be able to show me something new today, which is awesome. I haven't had anyone request to leave the property address off. So, but yeah, like I said, you might be able to show me something that I am not aware of yet. So let me just kind of give a brief. There's also the sign writers, you guys. So there are templates as far as sign writers go. So you can, there are, like ListReports basically has geolocated sign writers that are reusable. That is one of the few things that would cost you guys money, but they also provide you with these templates for sign writers. So you really don't need them. You could use these as templates, go get them printed, and then post them all over your listings. That way, whenever someone texts Lisa List to that phone number, I'll show you what they get back in return, but you could blast this everywhere. Okay, you guys, so I'm going to go ahead and hop back to my PowerPoint because I know a lot of questions are being asked about stuff that's coming up. So let's go ahead and go do that, and then we can always pop back over. And okay, let me do this. I'm going to go to New Share. PowerPoint. Can you see my PowerPoint? Beautiful. Thank you, Courtney. Appreciate you. All right, so let's talk about the other items before we went over to the marketing kit. So the biggest thing, I'm going to shrink this down here. There we go. So one of the biggest things I think, and I saw Stacy was typing away, so let's see what she had to say. One of my agents got a sign lead and landed a $950,000 purchase and a listing of their property for $800,000. 2 deals because of ListReports. That is amazing, Stace. That's incredible. Just goes to show you that it really does work. It's another way, like I said, to get out there and corral your people. Okay, so the daily list report email I think is really important to mention. So each morning ListReports will send you a dynamic email that is personalized to you, packed with social media content, industry news, local market data, and more. And you will have something to share every single day and pertinent topics to discuss with your clients. So basically, this is what you get every single day, and it's going to have like these shareables that I'm talking about upcoming here. So shareables. Easy to share social media that includes a suggested caption. So if you guys wanted to, over here, these images, they have them ready to go on a daily basis. I know multiple agents that actually this is their social media content. So if you are someone that struggles with social media content, you can go and grab those. It is delivered directly to your inbox every weekday in the daily list report email, which I love. I have to say this, a friendly suggestion is to take the inspiration and create your own branded post in Canva. You guys, I'm never going to be a fan of posting the same content as others. So what I recommend is that you add your logo, you add your face, you add your own spin on it. Let's check the listing over here. Stacy said 100, love it. So yeah, go into Canva, you guys, make this your own. The other thing you could do is you can search hashtag ListReports to see how other agents are using the shareable content. Hop on Instagram, search the hashtag ListReports, and maybe you're going to see the shareable for today, and you can kind of put your own spin on it based upon inspiration of others. I'll check the chat before we move on. Idea Bank. Yes, for sure. So Stacey mentioned Idea Bank. So one of the major things I talk about when creating like content, because I feel like it's this monumental thing. So to most people, it seems like a massive to do. So I always talk about trying to have a bank that's ready to go, meaning that on those days where you are just not feeling super creative by any means, that you have something that you can just pull from that you've already created when you were having a super creative day or some extra time, and you can post. So this would be a fantastic way to create some bankable ideas. So go to the shareables and list reports. You could take this home seller's journey post and make it your own. Change the colors in Canva. They have templates. If you're not familiar with Canva, you guys, I know a lot of people are, but if you aren't, there's a lot of YouTube videos on it. They have a lot of free already templates ready to use. You could change the text, add your phone number, your face, your logo, and there you go. When you have a day where you're like, man, I really need to post to social media today, but I just am not feeling it, this is a great way to take care of that. Next up is listing shareables. So just a heads up, you guys, this is something I'm not going to be able to show you. I don't have access to this since I am not a real estate agent, but you guys will. So listing shareables is a great way to promote your listings on social media in addition to the marketing kit that's created for that individual property. Templates are ready to go, and they are available in Just Listed, Open House, Under Contract, and Recently Sold. You can select which template you want to use, input the pictures, and then post to social media. Just a little tip, I actually mentioned this a couple of times, but I always say, make sure you tag us in your posts and your stories, anything like that, so that we can help promote and or celebrate with you. We are always happy to share with our sphere, and it also promotes you to another sphere of influence. So listing shareables is fantastic because it promotes your listing in another way, and it's a template ready to go, and it's super easy to use. It's just a little plug and chug. This is the one. Oh, Stacey, you're the best. That's why I wasn't aware of it, because I don't have access to it. So thank you so much, Stacey, for pointing that out. Appreciate you lots. So yeah, the listing shareables is what Stacey was talking about. So this is a great way that you can just drop some images in. It looks super clean. And as you can see that Stacey mentioned, it doesn't have the address. So that's perfect. Thank you so much for your help, Stacey. Appreciate you. No address, just the city. Yeah, I love that, because it actually creates some mystery, and people, feel like they need to reach out to you to get some more information about the property. They can't just go on Zillow and find it out. So that's great. Next up, I want to mention is list packs. So you can share collections of homes in your market with your sphere of influence. You can choose from pre-curated list packs to share on social media, or easily customized to send to your buyers. And this feature automatically updates with the MLS even once you have shared them, which is fantastic. So one thing you will also need to do on the real estate side of things, they're going to have you connect like your IDX, I think it's what's called, to connect your MLS. When I try to create list packs for a realtor, it doesn't work for me because it says I don't have access. So what I can tell you is, let's say that you, I can show you where it's at least, but let's say you wanted to gather, you have a client that really wants like a pool. They really want a pool. You can select specific area codes, zip codes that they want, and then do a quick search for pools. You could put together a really pretty list pack presentation for them and blast it off. So again, you guys, I know you have the access to do this through the portal, but I think the big difference between the MLS marketing stuff and this is just the visuals. It's just together in a, it looks prettier. So let me check the chat really fast here. Exactly. Yep. Okay, so this is what Stacey Neal wanted me to talk about as far as going green at your open houses. So pro tip, sorry guys, I'm gonna go ahead and just, I don't know, I can hear someone, I'm so sorry, I'm gonna mute everyone here. Okay, awesome. Thank you so much. Please feel free to unmute yourself if you have a question. Otherwise, I'm going to keep everyone muted. But yeah, so let's talk about going green at your open houses. So pro tip, go green when you sit an open house. No MLS sheets, no flyers. post the Go Green flyer when they first walk in. So I always say, like, if you had a frame, right, sitting on the kitchen counter, and then maybe you post one in the bathroom or the master bedroom somewhere, and then you could even have it as like a slideshow on maybe the TV in the, the living room, something like that. And this is what the flyer I'm talking about. There's also a couple other options. Explain that it's still very important to the seller that everyone checks in, but that we're going green at this open house. You can text this number to learn more about the home. My favorite part about this strategy is that you now have a valid phone number instead of possibly a fake one. If they are handwriting their information, who knows if you got the right email? Who knows if you have the right phone number? So my favorite part about this is now you have a legitimate phone number that you can follow up with people on. I mentioned the text to lead code. I definitely want to go over that. Maximum of 10 characters. There's no minimum, only alphanumeric, so no special characters. And here's what it looks like. So this is where you'll go to set up your text to lead code. You're going to go into your settings when you log into ListReports. You're going to go over to marketing kit settings. And then finally, you're going to go to change code. So ours is Neil Team. We have that we had to set up like a default, but you'll be able to set something up, and that's what will be promoted on all of your flyers. So heads up, guys, I have new agents that are like, hey, I just haven't had time to figure out ListReports. I have an open house this weekend. Can you please create a marketing kit for me? Yeah, no problem. Get me the address. Make sure you get me any pictures if it's not active on the MLS. I need the property description. I'm happy to do that for you. And I've created these marketing kits. And then Neil Team pops up and they think we're being shady. I'm like, no, you guys, it just defaults to that if you haven't created yours. There are ways that we can remove it, which we're happy to do. So just know that, like I said, set up your profile, add your headshot, your logo, your contact info, and then go set up your text to lead code. I personally think it is huge. So here is what the client sees. Client sees, great typo there, Sarah. Here's what the client sees when they text your short code. So I sent a text. I gave Lisa a heads up that I was using her as a test account, blowing her up over here. But I text Lisa List to her phone number listed on all her promotional flyers. Immediately, this is what I got back. Thanks for your interest. To get all the delightful details about this home, click here. Well, since basically I wasn't near any of her listings or anything, and she's not using the geolocated sign writers or anything like that. So what I do love, though, is any of the listings she does have, I can select from. So which property did I want more information on? It actually lets you scroll through. If you know the address, you can do a search, but it kind of also promotes all of your other listings, which I really, really like. Editing a marketing kit. So there's a variety of instant edits that you can make to your marketing kit. This is what it'll look like. I'm happy to pop back over to ListReports if you guys want, and I can show you how to do like a live edit here. But basically you can, let's say that you are dropping the price. You can change the price without having to, create an entirely new marketing kit. Update the property description, open house information, remove the text to lead code. That's what I did for that agent that reached out. Any of the photos, the school graphics. Guess what? If you get a lead, I am also notified. So if you're busy, I can call so we have immediate response, speed to lead. Yes. So that is definitely one of the things. Anytime that you guys are utilizing as far as like the leads go, we're not going to jump all over. Like we're not going to immediately call or text these leads. You guys, I'm glad Stacy said that. That is just our default. We want to be respectful. We're not going to sit here and like pick up the phone and start dialing on your leads, right? We do see them on our end, but let's say that Lisa was sitting in open house and she was like, hey, I just had a fantastic conversation. Here's this lead's name and phone number, and we have them on our side. Well, then Stacy can pick up the phone in that instance if you guys want us to. So Stace, I'm really glad that you mentioned that because it is a big thing. Stacy will always reach out to you first before she gives your lead a call. After you select any edits, it takes less than a minute to receive the new report. So bear with me. I am going to pop over. I really want to show you an edit. So let's do this here. Let me pop back into ListReports. All right, can you guys see my ListReports screen? Oh, I'm looking at people who are not on camera. Here we go. Yes, okay, beautiful. All right, so you're just gonna go over to your marketing kit. And I'm gonna go to view. You can also do the drop down and hit edit, but most likely you're gonna be in here. And immediately you can click edit. If you're in any of the promotional stuff, you can also click edit from the left-hand side. So you'll see there's lots of areas you can do this. And let's say that I want to edit the promotional text, for example. I don't like the way that looks. I want to take that off. I'm going to go ahead and click submit. Instant edit received. Okay. Now, one of the things you'll see is that you guys will also get an email. So it's not like you have to sit here and wait for it to happen. You guys will also get an email anytime that your new marketing kit is created, anytime you make an edit and the new one is, you'll get an email every time. So poor Lisa, I am just blowing her up this morning, but I did give her a heads up that was doing so. So you guys, all that's going to happen is it's going to send you an email that your new report is ready. So let's pop back over to my presentation here. All right. So a few things that are just worth mentioning. Once you're paired with Stacy and you have a listing come up on the MLS, ListReports will automatically send you a marketing kit. So what's really nice is once you're all set up and everything, like I said, if there is one that hits the MLS, it will go into autopilot. It'll automatically send you it. From there, you can make any edits if you don't like something that was automatically generated. But the nice thing about it is that you didn't have to take the time to do that. It's automatically sent to you. You could do a quick edit, boom, you're promoting. Remember that ListReports will pull from the MLS. So I did mention this before, but just friendly reminder, if you haven't had professional pictures taken yet, you can still create a marketing kit so that it's doing that Monday through Friday, 9 to 5, and then you can select the photos select the photos you have. Then let's say your professional photos come in 3 days later. Instead of having to create an entire new marketing kit, you can go back to edit, pull in new photos, and you're in business. Don't forget to tag Stacy Neal Mortgage, Mortgages and Mutt, and WD Mesa. So Stacy's page, mine, and our branches, I run all 3 of those pages. So when you tag us on Instagram or Facebook, when you have like a new listing or an open house or you're promoting something, we are always happy to help promote you guys. We're happy to share to our sphere of influence and try and get more eyes on things for you. One thing I want to mention is that we do have a CRM called Usherpa. It's completely free to our agents. You can send me a list of leads that you want to upload on your behalf, and I'll get it taken care of for you. And when you have a list, you blast out an email to those leads. It's another way to get eyes on your listing. So you could blast out, for example, that property website. Like if you have this listing that you're like, man, I just need more eyes on it, you can always send it to me. Hey, Sarah, can you please blast out my listing to, such and such? And we have different groups and everything. But if that's something you're interested in, I will drop my email in the chat and everything, you guys. But I do want to leave it, open for questions if you guys have anything. So please let me know. I'm happy to answer them to the best of my abilities. Feel free to either drop them in the chat or you can unmute yourself, and we'll kind of go from there. Yeah. Oh, thank you, Stacy, for dropping my email. You're the best. Karen, awesome. I'm so glad that it was helpful. You guys, please know that this is also an ongoing conversation. I always say that. I am here for you guys. Like I said, I'm here to help grow your business. I am happy to help out. Like I said, I do not know everything about ListReports. If I don't, though, I'll go find out the answer for you and I'll come back and help you out. If you need any more guidance, we can always hop on and do like a Zoom together. But I am here for you guys. Like I said, I want to be respectful of time, but at the same time, I'm happy to answer any questions. So, Steve, anything that you wanted to add, before we hop off and everything? Steve?
Oh, sorry, I was trying to talk, but I couldn't get to mute.
It's okay, no worries. You're good.
Is anyone having luck with the shareable content? I do see some newer agents using it. Is it giving you guys good traction on social media? Do you feel like you get a good response? Or like Sarah said, is anyone taking the ideas and recreating posts?
I would love to know that too. Feel free to unmute yourself or drop it in the chat. Mercedes, this was so informative. Thank you. You are so welcome, Mercedes. I'm so glad you were able to attend this morning.
I just wanted to say thank you, ladies, for mentioning that,
Oh.
because that's something that we coach on, that to not use infographics, but to use it as inspo. So it's good that the agents are hearing that from you ladies as well. And yeah, to echo what you were saying, I would love for you to know, those of you that are batching your content and taking infographic inspo and then using it with your own branding and to know how that's working. But yeah, I definitely do not recommend using the actual infographic themselves. Just use it as inspo. And I had mentioned earlier, but for those agents that are signed in as me, can you guys please say hi so we know who's on here?
Oh, there you go. Yeah, there's some people that are logged in as Stacy. Roll call.
Don't
Feel
be
free to drop
shy.
in the chat. I know, right?
Yeah.
Feel free to drop
it
in
in
the
the chat.
I
Hop
think,
off mic. We want to know who's
yeah,
here.
Stacy just wants to know who else is on there.
I think I saw Grayson.
For a quick moment, right?
For a moment.
Yeah,
Sarah,
I'm not Stacy.
Hey. Do you want to address Nicole's question? Because she said something about the shareables and the links not working. Instagram, that would be 100% true, because Instagram really isn't a link friendly piece unless you're sharing it from stories. Do you want to address that at all?
Sure. So Nicole, I've actually, I had connected you with a ListReports customer service person. Do you remember getting that email? If not, I will re-forward it to you. And because I want them to be able to solve that issue for you, because I know that you mentioned that there was an issue with that. So I will make, did you get that email, Nicole?
Yeah, I did. And they basically said, we checked it, it should be fine. And so when I posted it, even on Facebook or LinkedIn or anything, and I would try and test it, and it's just a picture. It's not an actual functioning link to the article. So
weird. Okay, well maybe I can get with one-on-one and help kind of problem solve. What Stacey's briefly touching on is, yeah, in Instagram, you guys, if you don't know, you never want to put a link to Instagram in like the caption or anything, because it's not clickable. And if you are making your sphere of influence work in any sort of way, you guys, they're going to just move on. So what I always promote to Stacey, I've briefly mentioned in my social media class as well, as I highly recommend starting up a Linktree. It is completely free, and Linktree is one single link that houses a bunch of links. So I can always say link, so like for this, when I was promoting the class for ListReports, click on the link in my bio to sign up. Well, then they go click on the Linktree. The very first one was register for ListReports class. So highly recommend, if you guys don't already have that, you can put in, you know, your website. If you have a listing that you want to promote, you could put in the property website, anything like that. But on Facebook, it's much easier to share links. So I know that's what Stacey was talking about. Mercedes said, is it better to use your desktop, or is there an app for daily listings you can use on your phone? So you can kind of do both. There's not necessarily an app that I'm aware of, Mercedes. If you are creating a listing, it's probably easier going to be on your desktop. I guess it's just like a personal preference. Usually if I need to create a ListReports, I sit down just because it's easier for me to see on a bigger screen and everything, but you can absolutely do it from your phone too. So let's say that you hop in and you get your daily ListReports email and you see that you really like this article that you want to share. Well, then of course you can do it right from your phone, but that would be a personal preference. So you can do it from either or, Mercedes, whichever you prefer. No problem, of course. Okay, you guys, well, dropped my email in the chat. So if you guys have any additional questions, or if you want a one-on-one, Nicole, I will get with you one-on-one, see if I can't help solve your issue. I'm so sorry that you're having issues with that. But yeah, if you guys have anything else, I am here for you. Thank you so much for joining me this morning. It was awesome. Stacey and I appreciate you a lot. We are always here to help grow your business and add value. So I hope you all have a wonderful day. Let us know if you need anything.
Thank you.
We'll see you later. Thanks.
Thank you.
Bye, guys.
thank you.